Usually people that are married on board, they have another person on board, right?
Yes,
they
do.
look, let's say they have their wife at home when they are on holiday, and then on board they have, let's say, one girl for. Hola queridos, ¿cómo están? Hoy estamos acá en Bergen con mi querido amigo
Kyle.
que conocí en poesía, y ahora nos reencontramos de nuevo en otro barquito que no voy a decir el nombre para que. Okay. So don't worry. Aquí les muestro un poquito de la ciudad. Y ahora vamos a conversar con mi amigo para que nos cuente un poquito cómo es la vida a bordo, y lo vamos a hacer en inglés. En inglés. What do you think about life on board? What do you think? How we are not gonna talk about what you do, but you have been on board already for 4 months and
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
His contract is also a 6 month in total, but
Yeah,
you can
6
tell us a little bit about it. And
Okay, so I'm on MSc Crucero and I've been on board for 3 months.
Crisis management. There's a crisis. And which one is it? Honestly, it is
My contract is 6 months, and while life on board, like Naomi asked, it's nice, but it's also hard sometimes. We work a lot, we do a lot of hours of work. But the beautiful thing about our job is that we get to travel, so we get to see the world, we get to meet new people. So I try to look at the pros, not just the cons. So because if you look at the negative part of it, it can be a bit overwhelming, but you just have to balance things out by looking at the positive of the job as well.
tell us a little bit where we are and what we were doing right now
Okay. So we are in Bergen.
in Bergen.
Norway. It's a very nice city. I actually like it a lot. I always try to come out here because aside from my job on board, I do street performing. So I have my football, and I do. Yeah, so this is what I do. What I just did now. I did a show, made some money, and just did something I love, just to get a bit away from work, away from the environment on the ship.
And nobody tells you anything, let's say the staff captain or captain, if you perform outside of the
Actually,
ship?
no, because the last time I performed, the staff captain was watching my show. So when I come on board, he's always doing like gestures about football. He's always asking me, so you make a lot of money today. So that's a bad imitation of the Italian accent, but anyway. Yeah, he always talks to me about it, so they don't have a problem with it.
And how do you feel, let's say now you're 3 months on board, how is it harder, is it easier now that you know in 3 months you will be home? How it's
I think it's how you look at it. I think like for me the harder part is when I embark, because then I see 6 months ahead of me, and this is difficult. But also it can be challenging when you get to the end of the contract, because your mind is already at home.
yeah.
You know,
Your mind is, yeah, it's
your
exactly.
mind is already at home, and you're just like counting down the months or the days or the weeks. And and then
Or
it
the
starts-
cruises.
Yeah,
like-
then you start feeling like you really want to go now, and this is not good.
Uh-huh.
So it's like 50-50, you know. But I prefer to be at the end of my contract, obviously.
The beginning feels like a long way to go,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the beginning.
So now we're going to talk about love and relationships on board. How you feel about it, Kyle? How is your perception about having friendships and love relationships on board?
Okay, so first, I am married, so I don't have any love relationships on board. But I do have a lot of friends on board because I'm a people's person. I love talking to people. And also, the department I work in, you make friends. So sometimes it's hard because you make good friends and then they leave, and new people come, and you don't really connect with them, you know. So friendships, it's difficult sometimes, but it's also good that you meet people and you can still be in contact. And sometimes you get to see these people on other ships. And
Yeah, it's like you for example have one contract because everybody has different times, as I always say. So you can have like we meet each other. We meet each other in the last month that I was on board,
yeah,
and then we meet, I don't know, 8 months later in another ship. And when he saw me, he was very surprised because I didn't know who was there because I also got transferred. Here I leave a link of the video of the transfer because that's also important for my people to know how they transfer, how you feel it, because when they transfer you from ship to ship, it's like you change countries. It's not like it's not
Yeah.
easy. It hasn't been easy for me at all this changing ship. I feel like in orchestra, in the other ship, I have my life there. Hola mis queridos, aquí en nuestro mi penúltimo día a bordo. Nos estamos dando un paseo en la noche por el barco para despedirnos de esta hermosa orquesta con mi compañero Hugo de Brasil. Vean acá el barco de noche. Ahora que me voy de transfer, ¿qué dice mi colega, amiga Madeleine? Porque me voy ahora en 10 días más.
Entonces, eso de ahí es algo que, pucha, que eso es lo más latoso de la vida a bordo, que conoces a gente maravillosa también. O sea, ya bueno, la gente mala nos da lo mismo, ¿ok? Es parte de... Pero,
yeah. Every ship is different, also.
And this one was bigger. At the beginning I didn't know where everything was. But anyway, so love life. How is it for you that you are married? How is it?
To be honest, it's very challenging when you're away from your wife for 6 months, and you're surrounded by a lot of beautiful women on board, and there's lots of temptation, and so it's really challenging in that regard, in that aspect. But the beautiful part is that when you get through the contract and you get to go home to your family and you see them, just having that in mind, like what's to come. So you go through something difficult and then you get to the end of it, and then it's all worth it in the end because you're providing for your family and you get to see them again.
Yeah, and are you planning to keep working on cruise ship? Are you planning to stop? How do you see it? Is it something that you really want to do for a long time?
To be honest, it would be nice for the traveling part, but
Yeah.
but not as a family man, having a wife and a kid back home. It's not something I want to do for the rest of my life because it is difficult.
Because also you lose like birthdays, you know.
Yes, you miss big
Christmas.
milestones. Exactly, I missed the birth of my son. I'm going to miss his first birthday as well. I missed his first steps. So this is really something that you don't get back. You don't get time back. So it's very hard working here. So I don't see myself building a career here and working here for the rest of my life. I have other plans that I try to pursue.
I have to say something about people that are married. It's not case, but usually people that are married on board, they have another person on board, right?
Yes, they do.
look. Let's say they have their wife at home when they are on holiday, and then on board they have, let's say, one girl for the 6 months, 8 months they are on board. Here we are not judging anybody. It's just how it works, how cheap life works.
Yeah.
because it's an environment where you also feel very lonely.
Yes, this
You
is
know.
very true. Like especially you had a long day, and you just you don't have that connection with your colleagues or your team. But maybe these people have someone that they confide in, someone that they talk to, and that's just there for them. That kind of connection.
And we are
So
we are humans, you know. We need that connection sometimes, and we work every day, so it's a very stressful life, like fast speed. You know, we are outside, we are working, we are outside, we are working. We have crew parties, crew bar. We have a lot of things, and sometimes you need just someone to talk to relax and.
Yeah, and ship life, like being on board is like, it's like you said, like a loop.
Like
It's
a
like
loop.
monotonous. It's the same thing. It's the same people. It's like you don't get a lot of time to speak to your loved ones. Sometimes the time difference is out. They are sleeping when you are awake. When you can call them and you're not working, they are sleeping. So then, or they are working when you're sleeping. So it's a bit challenging. You feel very distant from your family back home.
Yes, and what we always talk with Kyle is that sometimes when you have been on board, let's say here, he 3 months, me 4 months, it's like your reality from Chile, or like let's say from you in South Africa, start a little bit be blurry. It's like, and it is in your mind, but it's not what you see every day. So you feel a little bit disconnected from that world. Like maybe at the beginning of your contract, you know where you were and where you belong. But since you are not seeing that anymore for like 2-3 months, it starts like disappearing somehow in your brain, and it is what you have in front of you and what you see every day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's why I say like you should always video call, always try to speak to people back home. But sometimes it is difficult to do that with
Yeah,
the dynamic
because
of our work.
you are tired. Let's say you have he works in the night, so that also makes it difficult. The next day, maybe you don't have the same energy.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
To continue the interview with Kyle, now we are going to get a little bit into why he started working on cruise ship, how this life started for him, because everybody has different reasons. Some people do it for the money, some people do it because they want to travel, some people do it because of the career. In cruise ship, it's very fast to grow up. It's not like in a normal company where you are working 10 years to get promoted or 5 years to get promoted. Here sometimes people cannot come, and then they put you as a manager or they put you as a supervisor. So everybody has their own reason. We are going to find out why Kyle started this life. He's always working in the same company. I think I told you already that I changed company, and that is something that happened a lot in cruise ship, that you change from company to company and then you try it, then you come back to the same one, you go to another one. It's like a very, I don't know how to say it in English, but it's moving a lot. We are moving on the sea, but inside we are moving from position, from department, from cruise line to cruise line. And when you already start a career on cruise ship, it's very easy that other cruise ships see you and they hire you because they really need people. A lot of people are leaving, coming back. It's not like the environment, let's say a company at home where, in your country, where people stay there for, I don't know, 15, 14 years, you know, or working in the same and growing up there. Here there is a lot of opportunities. So, but let's say when they find a good job on board, they usually stay there. So there are some positions on board that are already taken and people have been there for 20 years. How this?
Please stop.
Good.
Please stop.
Yeah, I press play now. How this life started? How did it came the idea for you to work on cruise ships?
Before I came to cruise ships, I was working in prison.
What? I can't believe it.
Yeah, I was actually.
Were you the prisoner or were
No, I was working in prison. I was a prison guard.
Prison
and I
guard.
was working inside the prison with prisoners, with inmates. And it was a very dangerous job. It was a very toxic environment, and it was just not a nice place to work. And also, in South Africa, when you're working like a government job like this, you don't get paid that much like we do when we work on the ships. So coming to the ships was the change for me was because of the environment I was working in prison, and also being able to give my family a better life because of earning more money, and also being able to save towards goals that I have faster.
And how did you find it? Like, my question is, how did it get to your mind, the possibility to work in cruise ship? Did you see it when one of your friends was doing it, or how did you find out?
Actually, my best friend that works in prison, he has a family member that works on the ships.
Okay.
In cargo for the same company that I work with.
Oh, okay.
And he was planning to apply for this job, but then he didn't, and then I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll apply for it because I feel like it's a good opportunity for me and I can get out of prison as a prison guard. But so then after that, after I got all the details, I applied, and then they got back to me and I got the job, and here I am.
Mm-hmm. Here I am. And this is your
This is my second contract.
your second contract.
Yeah, I'm almost done with my second contract.
But it feels like more, right? Like when you are working on cruise
Yes.
ship, it feels
Yes,
like
I feel like I've been working here for years.
because we do it every day, and
Yeah,
and
we
it's
work
like
every day.
And how many hours do you work more or less per day?
We're supposed to work about 11 hours a day, and we can work up to 14 hours a day. But a lot of the times, on average, we work about between 8 and 11 hours a day.
8 and 11 hours
Yeah.
a day. One. So now we continue with the interview with Kyle. You know, guys, I like to do things very spontaneous, very like it comes, you know, not so much production, because this is the life that we have. For example, today we are in Bergen. We arrive at 8 and we leave at 6. The crew must can go outside around 9:30 when most of the guests, most of the passengers are already out, and then we have to come back 1 hour earlier, which means everybody should be on board at 5. And if you are not at 5 on board, they give you a warning. So we have from 9 till 5 to be outside. But me and Kyle went out around 12 because we wanted to sleep. He had night shift and I wanted to sleep. So that's why if you see it, it's not like we have the whole day, right? We have like 4 hours to be outside, 4 or 5 hours. And maybe sometimes you want to be earlier because you want to eat or you want to go to the gym or whatever. So it's not like we have the whole day. We have just a few hours to be outside. And I have a few hours because I work on the shops, and the shops are closed now. But if you're a normal crew member, you usually have around 2 hours because maybe you start working, I don't know, you finish your shift at 11 and then you start working at 1, so you have 2 hours to be outside. So this traveling part about cruise ships is not always like we really have the whole day to be outside and we enjoy, you know. Every department is different, everybody has different hours to be outside. Some departments have a lot of hours to go outside, some others just 2 or 3. So that's something I wanted to clarify. And we are going to talk about the food on board right now. What do you think, Kyle? How is the food?
Okay, so the food. You know how the food is.
But I see that you have access to the buffet in the morning, because we don't have access to the buffet in the morning, which means a nice breakfast, oh?
Yeah, and the buffet breakfast is always really, really nice. Like they have scrambled eggs, omelets, bacon, fried eggs. They
Yeah.
have croissants.
Croissant.
They have pastries, cakes, pancakes with cream and Nutella, and they have fruits, yogurts, and smoothies. And it's just really, there's everything. Different types of breads and stuff. So I always, when I'm night shift, I finish at 8, so at 6 a.m. Then in my night shift, I go to the buffet and I just dish me some breakfast, and then I just have a nice breakfast looking out at the ocean.
Because the breakfast for the crew is very poor, right? It's
Yeah,
like not so much fruit, not good quality.
Yeah, the quality is not that good like in the buffet, and there's not much variety like in the buffet.
So in your position, you have access to breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the buffet?
Yes, we do, but of course, if the buffet is not too busy, if there's lots of passengers, we are encouraged to not go to the buffet. But if it's fairly full but not too full, there's lots of tables open, then we can. Most of the times it's not too full, so
Yeah.
it's always accessible to us.
It's a topic that I always talk about, the food, because I'm a foodie, but also because we live there every day, so the food is very important. No,
Your camera. I'm recording.
you know, it's like it's not like, let's say me, I like a lot avocado, and I haven't have access to avocado for like I don't know how many months already. And we cannot enter anything
Yeah,
to the
that's
ship, right? We cannot enter any fruit. We cannot enter any like orange or something that you like. Everything has to be packed. So then, because we cannot cook. Everything is there for us. And let's say these people that always eat in the crew mess, they don't have access to the.
Yeah, like some departments don't have this privilege to eat in the buffet.
So
At
they
any
eat
time
the
of the
same.
day.
They eat
So
the
they
same.
eat the same foods all the time, and there are different varieties. Like there's 3 messes. There's the crew mess, there's the petty officers mess, and there's the street food international mess. So the street food has more like your gourmet food, like burgers, and it's not too bad, but it's always more or less the same.
More or less the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
The petty officers mess is more of like a Mediterranean type of dish. Like there's pastas, there's chicken, there's pork, there's salads, and so on. And then the crew mess is kind of a variety of everything. There's lots of noise in the background, and I don't speak loud like you.
You don't speak loud like me. He's telling me I should get a mic. We will, guys. So I actually have one, but I don't use it because this was very spontaneous. Also, it wasn't like planned.
Yeah.
So we are going to say goodbye right now to Kyle. We are going to get an ice cream. Yes or no?
Ice cream sounds good.
And thank you so much for your time. I know my audience will really appreciate this natural, flowly conversation.
Y voy a aprender más español.
What?
Voy a aprender más español.
Sí. ¿Te gusta el español?
Sí.
So, would you recommend for young guys, for young people to work on cruise ship, or is it too much? Is it like what would you say to the young people, or maybe old people that they may think, oh, is this a possibility for me? Shall I do it?
Yeah, I guess everyone's situation is different. I would encourage young people to travel, to do this while they're still young. You know, get out, see the world, see how people live, open up your mind.
Even though it's very hard, would you still recommend
Yes,
it?
I would. I wouldn't recommend really married people much to do this job, especially if they have kids, because it's very, very hard being away from your kids and your spouse. But young people I would encourage a lot. I have sisters, and I tell them always to get out of South Africa and see the world, meet people, see new places, and make new memories and experiences.
And also you are in contact with different language, so it's a good way to maybe learn, you know, now you want to learn Spanish.
Sí, yes.
It's a good way to learn other language.
Sí.
Sí. Anything else you would like to say?
I think that you should. I just want to say something positive. I think like just whatever your goals are in life, like it's not always easy to achieve them or to get to them, but it's not impossible. So you have to keep working hard and believing in yourself. Like I'm making the sacrifice to be here also because I'm trying to achieve some of my goals, and it's very rewarding and worth it when you get to the end. And along the way, it's a journey, and you meet people and you make friends and you learn new things, and it's rewarding. So
And that's the funny
go
part
out and see
of
the world.
life, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
thank you so much. We love you so much. Bye guys.
Bye.
Thank
Adios.
you.